But a foul, that's only their 14th foul, so they still have one to give. So that's very important, not getting into penalty situation early. Third personal foul means nothing at this stage. 3 minutes to go, and he's stepping on the line. Remember, I told you, if they can make a stop with 3:44 and limit talking text to only 6 points, they can win the game. That means they can only get to 85 or maybe 87. They have a good chance of winning. They've already made 2 stops.
Under 3 minutes to go in the fourth and final quarter. Llamados back in the game. Looking for James Yap, hounded by Cardona. James Yap had a big 3-pointer earlier, and James Yap now with 5 straight points.
That's what happens when he makes a 3-point shot. You start to pick him up closer. Then he drives against you. Where are you now? Di ba? Double black eye inabot mo.
Well, you're between a rock and a hard place. That's what happens. Now Ryan Reyes with a strong move along the baseline. Ryan Reyes instrumental in the comeback of the Tropang Texters early in the fourth quarter. The foul against Roger Yap. Kanyang pangatlong personal foul. 2.5 remaining here in the game.
Well, wala rin problema yung tatlo, pero ngayon nasa penalty na sila. Umabot na sila ng 5 team fouls. But they did the right thing. Like I said, if you're going to stop somebody, make sure he goes to the free throw line. Don't give him a chance for a 3-point play. And Coach Chot Reyes going back to the guy that really helped him get back into the game. Dillinger was one of them, and so he's back. No? Ryan Reyes, the other one, plus Rani Del De Ocampo. And remember that steal of Alapag, that was also very important.
Haynes is the official underwear of the PBA. So we are nearing the last 2 minutes of the fourth, and it's a 3-point game para sa B-Meg Derby Ace.
All of their plays of Vallado getting the ball on top and then being the one to hand off to James Yap. James giving up the ball.
Here's Roger Yap.
May konting mismatch daw.
Outside, Simon. In and out. Rebound for Sean Daniels. At takbuhan ng talking text dito. Here's Jimmy. No numbers. He goes to Dillinger. Dillinger wisely sends it back to the point guard. Last 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Ranagardeo Campo for 3. Can't get the bounce.
So another good stop there for B-Meg. That was so important. That could have equalized at 84 all. And now another timeout. 30-second timeout again.
Brought to you by Handy Fix. Yung first aid ng bahay mo, Bonds All, and Seals All. So under 2 minutes remaining in this ball game. And it's a 3-point game para sa B-Meg Derby Ace. Ranagardeo Campo had a chance to tie the game, but he missed a 3-pointer from the top of the key. At ngayon ay pagkakataon para sa B-Meg na madagdagan ang kanilang kalamangan.
Yeah, and obviously they will use a little of the clock, maybe set a different play because tatlong diretsong play na yun na pinuntahan nila si Llamados coming high, then hand off kay James. So medyo marami na sumasalubong kay James. You want to change it a little bit. But I know they'll use the clock a little bit because that's to their advantage. But they still have to be aggressive on the scoring end. You cannot freeze the ball until the end here unless you're guaranteed that you can make stops all the way. No? So you still have to score.
So Roger Yap will start the play. We're coming off a B-Meg Derby Ace timeout. Simon, back to Yap. Pingris, Brown, and James Yap complete the unit on the floor. Roger Yap makes his move. Pull up, off the glass. Dapat napalakas. Pingris offensive rebound. Boy, Pingris getting a lot of rebounds tonight.
And that's big because it gives them a fresh 24-second shot clock. They attack with Roger Yap. They wanted to go up against a smaller player.
Here's Brown. Outside. Roger Yap. Handoff. Pingris, no go. Brown offensive rebound. Bagong shot clock for B-Meg Derby Ace. Sends it outside. A near steal. Simon.
You can see Brown is very inexperienced. He almost threw that ball away. And initially after the offensive rebound, gusto niyang umatake kaagad eh. Pero penalty yan. That's why you use the clock and you force the other team to try to play hard defense and maybe foul you, no?
So that foul by Castro's fourth personal will send Peter Jun Simon to the free throw line.
Now let's see how he does. He used to be a very good free throw shooter. But like I said, this guy's been a little bit off with his outside shooting ever since he got injured. No? But that was a big one right now. It gives them a 2-possession advantage with a 4-point lead. and he can, you know, make it a little bit more comfortable for the team if he has a 5-point lead. Chot has a lot of timeout. He can use any that he wants to if this guy makes this shot.
So Peter Jun Simon injured for a long time, and every basket, every point contributes to the restoration of his confidence.
Yeah, that's very important to a player.
And he makes 2 out of 2, no problem.
Hindi nag-timeout si Chot, so he's just letting it go. He doesn't want also the other team being advised on what they're going, where they're going.
Oh,
that was almost a steal there.
Here's Cardona for 3.
Offline, not his night, and a good rebounder. Maybe at that point they would have wanted to foul now. So they made the stops. Remember, they've only scored 3 points from where I told you.
So under a minute to play, and the Llamados right now looking good at this point. Here's Simon, pull up. No.
Another offensive rebound. Nag-agawan yung dalawang magkakampi. And that gives still a lot of life left here for Talking Tex.
Pingris already with 14 rebounds. That would have been his 15th rebound, but the ball will go to Talking Tex. 13.9 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter as we enter this handy fix 30-second timeout. Ang first aid ng bahay mo, Bonds all and seals all.
Now that's a 5-point lead, but there's still enough time. If you're able to score quickly, whether it be a 2-point shot or a 3-point shot, they still have a chance. Then obviously, baka mag-timeout naman si Ryan if they score, if Talking Tex scores, so he can inbound near his front court, then he can set up the plays. Ito yung mga games natin bukas, no? 4 o'clock yan sa Araneta, Father's Day. Alaska going up against Santa Lucia. Very important game for Alaska. Game 2, Air 21 going up against Barangay Ginebra. Very important game for both. Actually, Air 21 is tied with Barako at this stage. Hindi pa sila nakakapasok sa wildcard.
Tagilid pa.
No.
That's why, iba-iba ang kwento ng mga kupunan. Some teams, they're aiming for quarterfinal slots, semifinal slots. Some teams, they just want to survive. And a place in the knockout round is an accomplishment in itself.
Yes.
30.9 seconds ang ating oras na natitira. Bola ng Talking Tex. Here's Ranidel, fires, scores!
Again, a good play. Now, pwede mag-timeout dito ang B-Meg. They no longer have the 30-second timeout, so it's going to be a full timeout. No?
That was a 3-pointer by Deo Campo. And that cuts down the deficit to just 2 points. Score po natin ngayon 86-4, 2-point lead para sa B-Meg 38. They'll have the ball when play resumes with 26.2 seconds remaining. Ang hangarin nila, of course, try and win this game, fortify their chance of making the semifinals outright. Also, to be the first team to beat Talking Tex in a while. 13 straight wins ang Talking Tex.
But it's not a safe lead at all with that kind of tie. Yung pinaka-importante dito sa Derby is to be able to make a good inbound. And you will see Talking Tex do everything to prevent a good inbound. Now, then maybe they might gamble for a while in pressuring you before they will even foul. Because if they don't foul, and B-Meg brings it down to the full 24 seconds, ang matitira sa'yo, 2.2. No? Ito, nag-30-second timeout pa dito ang Talking Tex naman. They're the only ones that have a 30-second timeout left in this game.
Brought to you by Handy Fix, the first aid ng bahay mo, Bonzol, and Seals All.
So you can see the pressure probably on the inbounder. And then if they're able to inbound, they might try to trap you as much as possible before they give up a foul. They probably also would, if Talking Tex would probably try to force guys like Simon and Yap away so that those are not the people they foul, no, and send to the free throw line. By the way, paalala namin sa inyo bukas pag nagpunta kayo sa Araneta, maraming pagkakataon na manalo ng malalaking premyo. Anong presyo? Premyo courtesy of the ating mga kaibigan na tumutulong sa PBA. Father's Day.
Yeah.
Saka papakain si George.
Seryoso? George Gallagher?
No, hindi ko alam.
I highly doubt it.
That is
26.2 seconds.
debatable, ah. Okay.
Highly debatable.
Ito,